Welcome to the history of concrete. When you think about the building blocks of our world, what comes to mind? Brick, steel, glass? For me, the answer is often something we take for granted, something so fundamental to our modern lives that it's practically invisible. I'm talking about concrete. It's in our skyscrapers, our bridges, our sidewalks, and our homes. But the history of this remarkable material is far older and more fascinating than you might think. Join me for the next 5 minutes as we journey through the ages, uncovering the story of concrete. To understand concrete, we have to go back over 2,000 years. The Roman Empire, a civilization renowned for its engineering prowess, built structures that have stood the test of time, monuments like the Colosseum and the Pantheon. How did they do it without modern steel or reinforced concrete? Their secret was a material they called opus cementitium. Roman concrete wasn't the same as what we use today. Their key ingredient was a type of volcanic ash known as pozzolana, named after the town of Pozzuoli near Mount Vesuvius. When mixed with lime, water, and aggregate, like stones and sand, this volcanic ash created a chemical reaction that resulted in an incredibly strong, durable, and waterproof material. This was a game changer. It allowed the Romans to build massive structures like the Pantheon's dome, which for over 1,700 years was the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world. But with the fall of the Roman Empire, this remarkable knowledge was largely lost. For over a millennium, the secrets of creating durable concrete were forgotten. Medieval builders returned to using stone, brick, and timber. It wasn't until the 18th century, as the Industrial Revolution began to take hold, that a renewed interest in strong, reliable building materials emerged. The first major step in the modern rediscovery of concrete came from an English civil engineer named John Smeaton. In the 1750s, Smeaton was tasked with rebuilding the Eddystone Lighthouse off the coast of Cornwall. He needed a material that could withstand the relentless battering of the sea.
I need a material that can withstand the battering of the sea.
After extensive experimentation, he discovered that a mixture of limestone, clay, and chalk, when fired together and then ground into a powder, created a much stronger and more durable hydraulic cement. This was a crucial discovery, a precursor to the modern cement we know today. But the true father of modern cement is widely considered to be Joseph Aspdin, a British bricklayer. In 1824, Aspdin patented a new type of cement that he named Portland cement. He called it this because, when it hardened, it resembled a high-quality building stone quarried on the Isle of Portland in England. Aspdin's process involved heating a mixture of limestone and clay to a high temperature in a kiln, a process called calcination, then grinding the resulting clinker into a fine powder. This Portland cement, when mixed with water and aggregate, created a material that was consistent, reliable, and incredibly strong. It was a revolution waiting to happen. The next major leap in the story of concrete was the invention of reinforced concrete. Concrete is incredibly strong under compression. It can bear a huge weight pressing down on it, but it's weak under tension, meaning it can't handle being pulled or stretched very well. This limitation prevented its use in many large-scale structures like bridges and multi-story buildings. In the mid-19th century, several inventors began to experiment with embedding iron and later steel rods, or rebar, inside the concrete. The most famous of these was a French gardener named Joseph Monnier. He patented a system for reinforced concrete in the 1860s, initially for things like flower pots and garden tubs. His idea was simple yet brilliant. The steel provides the tensile strength, while the concrete provides the compressive strength, and the two materials work together to create a new, far more versatile building material. This was the birth of reinforced concrete as we know it today. Reinforced concrete unlocked an age of unprecedented architectural possibility. The 20th century was the century of concrete. The material became the medium of choice for architects like Le Corbusier, who celebrated its raw, honest texture in the brutalist movement. It was used to build monumental infrastructure projects like the Hoover Dam, and to create the graceful, flowing forms of the Sydney Opera House. Today, concrete is the most widely used man-made material on Earth. We produce billions of tons of it every year. But this success comes with a cost. The production of cement, the key ingredient in concrete, is a major contributor to global carbon emissions. The calcination process releases vast amounts of carbon dioxide. This has led to a new chapter in the history of concrete, one focused on sustainability and innovation. Scientists and engineers are now working to create greener concrete, They're developing new types of cement that require less energy to produce, and exploring alternatives like geopolymer concrete, which uses industrial byproducts instead of traditional limestone and clay. Researchers are also working on ways to sequester carbon dioxide within the concrete itself, turning a pollutant into a permanent part of the building material. We are even exploring the use of recycled aggregates and self-healing concrete, which can repair itself. From the Roman opus caementitium to the sustainable innovations of tomorrow, the story of concrete is the story of human ingenuity. It's a tale of empires and industry, of forgotten knowledge and brilliant rediscoveries. It's a material that has shaped our world, literally and figuratively, for over 2,000 years. So the next time you walk on a sidewalk, or drive over a bridge, or simply look at the buildings around you, take a moment to appreciate this unsung hero of our modern age. Because the history of concrete isn't just a story about a building material, it's the story of civilization itself. Thank you for watching. Visit us at www.constructionsoftwarethailand.com.